Manchester United 3, Tottenham Hotspur 0. A smash, an absolute smashing the Spuds took today. Nuno Out trending. Ollie stays trending as well. Honestly, as a Man United fan, the emotions are up and down as well. I've got a brilliant panel in here with me this evening. We're going to take your calls as well. This is the Football Terrace. Man United win, Tottenham lose. Smash that like button. Here we go.
Absolutely magnificent.
Welcome back, everybody. What an interesting game we just witnessed there. At times, terrible football from both sides, but the quality of Manchester United shone through. Cristiano Ronaldo scoring an absolute wonder goal for one of the most majestic passes you'll see all season, but one of the most creative attacking midfielders in the world in Bruno Fernandes. In the second half, counter-attack ensued from Man United, a goal from Cavani, and of course, Dr. Marcus Rashford put Tottenham to bed. Nuno Out trending, the Spurs crowd absolutely incensed at the final whistle, boos raining all across the white half of North London. The Lily Whites are fuming. I want your thoughts and I want your feelings. Manchester United fans, how do you honestly feel right now? Because Ollie, this helps Ollie, but we won 3-0. It helps Ollie stay. Most people want Ollie gone, but it is 3 points. It is a good win, a clean sheet. It's a positive result. I have to be honest with you, I'm conflicted. I'm very, very happy. I'm worried still, though, that we're not going to win any major trophies, but I'm not going to deny it. The goals went in. These boys will tell you when I bring them in. I was a very, very happy man when those goals went in today because above and beyond anything else, I want my football team to win. CFC Florida here says, good win for Man United. Tottenham Hotshites doing their part to keep Ollie at the wheel. Kane played his... Kane's play is a disgrace, and he is cashing a paycheck. Cashing a paycheck is robbery. Sorry, it's not written right, but I get you. Cedric here says, as Frank Bruno famously said, "Where's Harry?" I hear you on that. A lot of people saying Ollie at the wheel, Ollie in. I understand why rivals are going to look at this and celebrate and be like, oh, this is a terrible result. I'll be honest with you, you're not going to make me feel upset about winning a football match. You're really, really not. Thank you, by the way, to Shane for becoming an official member. Thank you very much. Official member of the Football Terrace. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Blue Viper here says City will turn you over next week. You might, Blue Viper. You might turn us over next week. But Ollie and football are weird. So all I'm going to say is they are weird. We've got some more super chats to look at here. Like you, I'm very conflicted. Again, I think most Man United fans would be conflicted. There's no doubt. Man like Costa Chow, a.k.a. Donny James here, says, at least this game cheered me up. My Donny are depressing. Yeah, did they get slapped today? Did Donny get beat down? Did Donny get a beat down? Maybe they did. Can we speak on the model professional, England's captain, Harry Kane, who, God forbid, would ever down tools? Can we be real and honest about that? That is on the agenda today in the show. I'll be bringing the panelists in very, very soon to speak about that. Of course, this is your time at the beginning of these streams, as always. I want to get your thoughts and I want to get your feelings. That is definitely on the agenda. Keep the super chats coming. Make sure that like button has been smashed the living daylights out of as well. And you subscribe to the Terrace. What else is being said here? It's seriously peak, is what Chris said. He's an Arsenal fan, so he must be celebrating. Arsenal fans must be really happy today. They feel that Ollie's being kept in the job. Spurs got a beat down. They must be really happy with that. There can be no doubt about it whatsoever. A lot of people in there saying Spurs are dead. Spurs are dead. The chat is on fire today. Charlton beat Doncaster 4-0. Sorry, bro, but that's a big beatdown. Winnerpool here says, Terry, I'm here to laugh at United fans that wanted to lose. Shame on you, plastic flip-flops. Ollie stays for another season, is what Winnerpool's got to say in the house. Listen. It's a weird feeling to have. We'll get into that topic a little bit later on in the show as well. Let's keep these comments coming in. CPay says, I'm very proud of my boys. Another 3 points. Very happy with Manchester United's win. What does that put us in the league table, actually? I haven't even checked. We must go to 5th above Arsenal because our goal difference is superior. It could be 4th. No, I think West Ham's goal difference is better. Yeah, so we're joint 4th. No, we're 5th place. Just behind West Ham with a game in hand. We're just in front of Arsenal there after picking up the win today. Any other talking points you want us to go through? Get your super chats in. Help us set the agenda for this show. Nabil here says, glad United won, but this match was just to save his job. Spurs are unbelievably bad. He needs to go regardless of what happens in the next 2 games. And I would agree with you. I don't think any Man United fan who's Ollie out is going to change their mind after winning comfortably today. Spurs are not an acid test. I actually quite like the formation change. I think it protected the number of flaws within the team and the system. And the guys played hard today, there's no doubt. But Atalanta and Manchester City next week will be much bigger tests indeed. Much, much bigger tests on the horizon for Manchester United Football Club. We are going to take calls later on as well, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, I'll ask KJ's backstage to me a favor. KJ, can you send the link to the group chat, please? I didn't do it earlier. I think KJ can hear me. Also, I'm going to call in, hopefully tonight, can't wait, man like Costa there. Man does YouTube videos on roller coasters. Good lad. He's a good lad. The man like Donny James. Man like Donny James. I watched one once. Honestly, bruv. He talks about roller coasters like we would talk about football. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. The PE teacher copies Tuchel's tactics today. Yeah. I mean, you could argue Tuchel copied Conte's, and there's always a manager that's done it before. But yeah, he kind of did today, and it worked. It worked. Do you know what I mean? Why not? Do you remember that? Do you remember that meme where Arteta did something with his hands, and then Ollie did the same thing? That's what Ollie's out here doing, bro. That's what Ollie is out here doing today. That is what he's out here doing. Joshua Jack here says, I'm not conflicted. I want my team to win. I don't care who the manager is. Great result for the boys. Credit to Ollie. Shout out to the fans who wanted an L. Did you see Ollie's tactics? Elite manager is what Martin's got to say here. Look, it was. Look, I know you're obviously like clowning. What do you know? What I'm really looking forward to tonight is when I go on Twitter later. I can't wait to see all the rivals pretending they're happy. Oh, I'm so happy Man United won. Oh, I'm so happy. You're not. There is no way you're happy about it. None. You are absolutely not. It's impossible as far as I'm concerned. Tom here says, want Ollie to go, but would love to see him turn it around and win something. Do you know what, Tom? I'll agree with that. For me, the ideal scenario is that Ollie turns it around and wins something. The problem is with that ideal scenario, it's like me hoping to wake up tomorrow morning and be 6'3". Like it ain't happening. I mean, standing next to Lies and Alan, I look 6'3". They are small. They are small men. I mean, just in height. I don't know about anywhere else. I'm just saying, like, I didn't go follow him into the toilet, but small guys like that. But I do hear you, Tom. And listen, fair play. Some Man United fans don't want the team to lose. Some Man United fans want to keep Ollie. And everybody's entitled to their opinion. That's what the terrace is here for everybody to have their say. Let's do some more comments and we're going to get the panelists on. Then we're going to start taking your calls as well today. As a Chelsea fan, I don't give a rat's about the Man United win, is what Paul says. Frauds alert is what Tony said. I don't quite know what that means. It could be talking about Nuno, could be talking about Ollie, could be talking about anything. I don't know. Man could have had a row with his other half. I don't know what's going on there. Nuno at the well is what Chris George has got to say. But look, I'm going to bring the boys in now to have their say. Make sure that like button has been smashed, ladies and gentlemen. Keep the super chats coming as well. If there's any subjects that you want us to pick up on, that you want us to talk about, we're going to be talking Bruno. We're going to be talking Tottenham. We're going to be talking Harry Kane. If there's any subjects you want on the agenda, get those super chats in, member chats in as well, and we'll do our best to speak on them. But first, without any further ado, Adam Charles is here with us. How you doing, mate?
I'm good. I'm so good. I'm so good. Tottenham lost. Ollie's still here. Arsenal won. Honestly, I'm fantastic.
I hear you on that. And obviously we're joined by Alan, who's a Spurs fan, and Lies as well, the famous Man United fan who wanted to lose today. How you doing, boys?
I'm decent. I'm not bad.
Great. Yeah, great.
Yeah, obviously you got absolutely tanked today, Alan. You got tanked.
Yeah.
Tanked.
It's shocking times. Nuno out.
Yeah.
Can't say it enough. Shocking tactics. He can't make big decisions. He's getting booed for taking off the wrong people. It looks like the job's just too big for him. Yeah, so it's just, I can't believe we're keeping him in. He should go tonight. I can't stand him as our manager.
Tonight.
I'm done.
Tonight, I'm gonna have myself a real good time.
No. He's embarrassing as a manager. I think Wolves is his level. We can't go higher than that.
Yeah. In fairness today, like it's one of those things. I want to ask Lias this question. Like Man United won today.
Yeah.
But can we take anything from this performance because of how bad Spurs are?
Yeah, we can take some things out of it. I think if you want to talk about this more in depth later in the show, I think the formation change was super beneficiary. Like you saw that there's a clear improvement in shape and structure, how many chances we conceded. I think that's the real big one that I take away from it. But at the end of the day, I said this multiple times during the game. This is probably the worst team I think we've played this season. And I say that we beat Leeds 5-1. We beat Newcastle 4-1. I think both of those teams gave us a tougher game than Tottenham today.
Yeah,
I genuinely believe that.
No, I agree. And I think on Tottenham, and we will get onto Nuno a little bit later, like his time is certainly running out. Viewers, what do you think? Agent Ollie on target today is what SS has got to say. Terry's shiny forehead says United win, no chance for a title challenge. Ollie's at the job for longer. Why shouldn't rivals be happy, Terry? It's not like you're a threat at all this season. Listen, they should laugh, but sometimes when people, there's a very famous saying, I swear it's a Shakespeare saying, but it's one doth protest too much, methinks.
Come on.
And
Shakespeare Terry, I love it.
Bro, But no, I do. I sometimes, you look through it and it's like, I just don't believe it. It's not convincing enough. The only fan who does it that I believe is when I see Hussam do it. When Hussam does it, I kind of believe that he's celebrating. The rest, I kind of feel it's a bit contrived in relation to that. Spurs look so bad, worse than the VS Boas days.
Don't do that.
But do you feel, Alan? Do you feel like the sacking is coming?
I don't think it's coming. I saw today that because it's a new project, there he's going to be given time, but based on what the tactics and we've seen, he's got to go.
But he can't go. You
can.
had a circus in the summer to try and fight. He was what, 6th choice?
Yeah.
So
he's weren't even out.
Who are you going to get now? It doesn't make mid-season.
I'd take anyone over him. He's just not good enough.
You wouldn't, man.
That's the exact same thing you guys said about Mourinho. I'll take anyone over him. And it was the wrong decision at the time. Personally, I believe firing Mourinho to hire Ryan Mason was a joke.
Yeah.
And then firing Mourinho to hire Nuno Espirito Santo is an even bigger joke.
It is.
So you say how much worse can it get? Clearly, it can get a lot worse.
It's got worse. I was Mourinho out because of the bad tactics, the poor man management, and everything like that. And I'm just seeing it worse under Nuno. So if I was Mourinho out, I've got to be Nuno out.
For sure. So you mentioned poor man management.
Yeah.
Harry Kane.
Yeah.
The ultimate professional. Because when Pogba does it,
yeah,
it's a big problem.
When Sterling does it,
it's a big problem.
Harry Kane's not showing up this season. I don't understand why Nuno hasn't dropped him. Should have been dropped.
But why isn't Harry Kane getting the same? Do you know what? I know people all pouring it and whatever, but there are lots of players in the past. Look at the way Rooney was treated when he wanted to leave Manchester United as an example. Like, looks like he was a leper. Why is Harry Kane? I want the viewers to give it. Why is Harry Kane being protected by Tottenham fans, by the media, by Gary Neville? For me, it's a disgrace.
He's been painted this whole time as the Prince of England. He's the golden boy of England. He can do no wrong. He is Prince Charming. Like,
that's right.
He can do no wrong in the eyes of the media, in the eyes of the fans. I mean, you have Gary Neville hosting interviews with him, basically protecting him in that interview. Like, people talk about Neville protecting Ollie. Neville protects Harry Kane.
Yeah.
And should Harry Kane have left this summer, he should have been allowed to leave, in my opinion. I think that's really poor management by Spurs in that regard.
Yeah.
But his performances this season have been, in my opinion, nothing short of a disgrace.
Agreed.
I think if it was any better team, he would have been dropped 100%.
No doubt.
And any other player, like you correctly pointed out, Sterling, Pogba, Rooney, anyone is getting destroyed right now. And it's only because it's of his reputation that he's being protected.
But then you drop Kane. Who's your replacement? Son?
We haven't got a direct replacement. It has to be Son. That's the thing. We didn't buy a backup in the.
Where's that Vinicius guy?
He went back.
He went back. We didn't buy a backup.
He didn't bring him back.
Spurs are in trouble.
It was all that
Spurs
nonsense about.
trouble.
Yeah, it was all that nonsense about buying the second striker to be playing with Harry Kane. It was a load of rubbish. It was never going to happen.
Yeah, like, I just look at it this way for me.
We're a mess.
Yeah, you are a mess. You're a massive mess. When it comes to Harry Kane, though, what he's done in an England shirt has been brilliant, and I respect him for it. I think he's a fantastic player. But I was watching him today, and look, I'm glad he did it today against Man United. I wanted my team to win, but I'm thinking you're getting paid 200, 300, whatever £1,000 a week. You're this role model. You're this, as I said, this the most professional football player to have ever graced the land. For me, it's an abomination that, again, it's one of the reasons why I've switched off from watching, barring the actual footage of the games. I've just stopped watching and listening to the majority of the mainstream media when it comes to football punditry, because no one's criticizing him. No one's having a pop in. Graham Souness right now would be on the edge of having an aneurysm if it was Paul Pogba. And they're not. And it's kind of like the Gary Neville today, the crowd are giving Harry Kane such bad stick today. What you should be saying, Gary Neville, is the crowd are rightfully berating Harry Kane today.
Let me play devil's advocate. What can he do? If Nuno is such a bad manager and he sets the team out in a way that isn't effective to give him chances, to help him score, to get him in the right positions, what is Harry Kane supposed to do? Run to midfield and
well, hold on.
The best players in the world, when they're not getting the chance created for him, take the game by the scruff of the neck and make something happen. He doesn't do it.
To be fair to him, he's not that kind of player. He's not the kind of player who's going to pick it up, dribble 8 players, and put it in the back. Like, he's never been that guy. But last season, every problem you just mentioned, it was still there under Mourinho.
Yeah.
Poor tactics, a mess of a team, unbalanced, a manager who didn't get along with half the team, and Kane put up his best season because he loved Mourinho. Clearly, this is a case of he's done with Spurs. He never wanted to be under Nuno. He's completely down tools. And for me, I think the most frustrating thing with Kane is when he drops so deep and like he tries being a midfielder. And you are a striker. At the end of the day, you are a number 9. Get in the box, wait for chances to come to you. I get that you're able to do the whole playmaking thing.
Yeah, no, you're right. But my view is this: Man United are an unstructured, unbalanced team that isn't consistent.
Yeah.
But look how hard Bruno Fernandes works. Look the way Cavani runs. Even if, AWB fails to get the crossing 3 or 4 times, Cavani doesn't stop working hard. So for me, that is a personal choice. Even silly little things in the game. Make a late tackle, send someone up in the air, foul someone, hurt someone, like injure them, but a little bit of a barge. Do something.
Used to do,
exactly. Be a bit of an arse. Do you know what I mean? Do something to show you're trying to win. It's just pathetic watching him right now. Like you've got a kid, like 13, teenager. Like I've got, you ask a kid to do something. It's like, can you do dishes? And they're like, oh, can't, my arm's hurting. When they're not putting any effort in. You've all done it. You've all done it as kids. Your parents ask you to do a chore, and you're like, oh, I can't do it. You pretend you can't do it, hoping, and then. You know what I mean?
I don't know how.
That's Harry Kane right now. So I don't know how to score. I don't know how to score goals anymore. It's so frustrating. It really, really is.
I'll tell you this too about Kane. I think Kane is in real trouble because I was telling you guys this off air. I think his window to really join a top team, it might be this January just because of how desperate City are offensively. But this guy's going to be 29 in the summer. His game is diminishing. His body is diminishing. His value, he's not scoring goals. Who's going to be spending mass money when the likes of Haaland are out there, Vlahovic are out there? There's major strikers that are really, really good and younger and better prospects than him.
I think Daniel Levy's caused himself a problem because not getting rid of Harry Kane in that aspect. So by the time it comes to January, Kane don't want to be there. You're going to take less money. Daniel Levy ain't going to want.
Do you know what? I called this in the summer. Listen, Dean Jones I love Dean Jones. And I said this to Dean in the summer. I said it's such a risk because if Kane stays, they have to make top. That was it. You had to make top 4. I think when I said that, though, they were heavily linked with Conte. So you thought maybe they could do it. They ended up with Nuno. I love Nuno, but bro, you are not doing a great job. We've got some super chats here. We're going to take some calls. After the calls, we're going to be talking about Man United's formation change and the future under Ollie. So stay with us. These super chats. Nabil says, if this manager stays, we have 7 players who are going to leave in the upcoming transfer windows. Where is the progress? Where is the United DNA in today's game?
Bars.
It's nowhere. It's nowhere, bro. Mark says AWB was the Man United man of the match today, is what Mark said. Listen, that tackle to stop Son from scoring, that's where AWB is one of the best fullbacks. Going forward, Not so much.
Shocking.
Jonathan here says, should people stop criticizing Ronaldo's defensive contributions? He pressed well. I thought he pressed well today. I thought he put himself. Ronaldo had a very good game today. We'll talk about Ronaldo's goal later as well, because it was beautiful. It was a thing of beauty. CFC Florida here says SSS for Terry's sings Queen. Oh, dollars, because I was singing the Queen song. Tonight, I'm gonna have myself. Yeah, I've got a very good voice. I've got.
God.
I'm a good singer, innit? I'm good in it. Yeah. A real good time. I feel alive.
I've been listening to too much Lamar.
We got this directly in the microphone.
Yeah, they can hear it. I'm gonna turn it up so it's even louder now. I'm not. Sorry, boys. Another super chat from CFC Florida says, like I said, Kane cashing a paycheck is absolute robbery.
Yep.
On top of that, Adam here with a super chat. Adams with a super chat says, I'm going to try and put, there it is. Man like KJ put it up. Says, Arsenal fans being happy that Ollie is still at United is so hilarious. Like you do know that you have finished 8th twice and you have Arteta. Yeah. They're back, man. They're back. Man,
we're not back.
Yeah, you are. You're back.
We're definitely not back. Well, I can laugh at someone else's.
You're
it's
back.
called Schadenfreude, sir. Google it.
You're
Thank
back.
you.
You're back. Spot the fake United fan. We can't switch the cameras right now because J-Dog's doing something. We'll get back to them in a moment.
Well, I don't get why it's a fake United fan to want your team to lose so that they can have better long-term prospects. Does that make you a fake fan?
People also misinterpreted Leah's quite a bit there. But look, we'll get onto that a little bit later. Keep hitting that like button for us. First caller of the show today is going to be man like KJ. KJ is going to join us and have his say on the show. Let's do this. Yes, KJ, how you doing, bro?
I don't know, bro.
Food.
I feel dejected even though we won 3-0. Dejected, and it's more of the way that the club is running. The more of the fact that do I see any future? No. When Ronaldo scored, wonderful goal, but inside I was like, that just means Ollie's here for the rest of the season. That's highly likely now. Like, I don't even know if the loss to Man City or Atalanta changes that. I think he just genuinely stays. I think this is the excuse now. He's turned it around. So yeah, like the way that this club is running is a disgrace. And then, bro, I don't know what we do going forward. And I think that we should, as United fans, accept that Ollie's staying for the rest of the season, potentially next season as well. We can never count that out with our board. So this season, I think it's about trying to find a way to get the best out of this team, and I feel like the formation change might be that. The three at the back helped. It could work. Yeah, Adam's laughing there. My God. But yeah, it could work. And we could get top 4 again. Maybe, I don't know about the FA Cup. Champions League is right off, in my opinion. But yeah, 3-5-2, 3-4-3. I think it's the way going forward. I'm just a bit worried about how Ollie's going to integrate players like Greenwood, players like Sancho, Van der Beek, Dalot, Telles, even Bailly.
Can I just ask another question, KJ?
Go on.
If it means that you get success trophy-wise, do you really care if, I don't know, Greenwood ain't getting as many minutes as he should? If it wins you like, I don't know, at some trophy, I don't know which one, but if it wins you a trophy, do you really care?
It depends how you look at it. Like, if you feel like Man United's success in the long term depends on these younger players, then you want to get them to have the game time and develop quicker now. So you want them to get that game time then. But if you're not too worried about that and you want some kind of trophy and an FA Cup, sure, they're not getting them out of game time. It's not going to be too detrimental. But you got to think about it this way: next season, Matic probably might go, Cavani's going to go. Lingard's probably going to go, Van der Beek's going to go, Pogba's going to go. You got so many players leaving, they need to be ready. And if we don't give them enough game time this season, is it again another process of slowly bedding them in just to get to a level where they could have got it this season? So Yeah, it's a difficult one for Man United fans right now. But
KJ, I'll
forward,
answer part of that question, bro. Like
mm,
that is not part of the equation in terms of, oh, we'll play whoever just to win trophies, because Oli is not in the job for that reason. If he was, he would have been fired and Antonio Conte would have been brought in this week. That's not the mindset of the club right now. That's why they believe in Oli, if you will, because he's promised he's going to play the youth. He's going to play the United DNA. So if we continue this 3-5-2 where we're leaving out Sancho, Greenwood, Rashford consistently, I don't think we're going to win a trophy regardless. But even if we do, what's the difference between that and what we were getting under Mourinho? There's no real difference.
No, that's true. I agree with that.
It's honestly, I do get where you're coming from, Cage. I mean, I celebrated like crazy when we scored. I was happy.
Yes.
I feel, do you know what it is? I actually just feel relieved that we won. But that's because what you've said though about the long-term future, the development, there isn't a plan of action. So I think there's one thing we forgot as Man United fans: vibes. It's just be upset when we lose and be happy when we win, because we're stuck in this rut. It's like, I can't even put my finger. I'm trying to work out the example in my head, but it's like being stuck in a relationship. You can't get out of it because you've got a kid and a mortgage and you're debted up to your eyeballs. So you can't leave. But it's like, oh, you have a few nice days together, you have a few bad days together, but you can't get out. You're
Terry, I know all about that. I'm the inventor of Vibes FC, bro. You know what I mean? I'm the one started on this flipping channel, so I understand it. Like,
that's my point, bro.
But like, at the same time,
I get it. I do, bro. It's just, it is what it is, man.
Let's
Listen,
just say something back to KJ.
Yeah, go on.
I don't think the Tottenham result in itself is going to be enough to keep him in the job. If you lose to Atalanta and then Man City, I think he's gone regardless. One win against Spurs, who are shocking, aren't going.
Let me
to keep him
introduce
in
you
the
to
job.
Glazers.
you might have to say, Elias, you tell him, or you telling me, listen, Alan, the only reason why, the only reason why I'm worried about it like being a thing where it's like this win is secured because of who owns us. It's like you and Levy. You know, as soon as Nuno gets one win, boom, that's it. That's the excuse to keep him forever. You know what I mean? Like, you know that.
Yeah.
So Levy, the Glazers, can't keep all the same thing, in my opinion.
I hear that. Listen, Cage, thanks for coming on, mate, and having your say. Speak to you soon, bro. Top man. Thank you, brother. Thank you. We'll do a few more calls, and we are going to talk about Man United's formation change. What does that mean moving forward for the club as well? CFC Florida says, get AJ some uppers. KJ, sorry. A man's depressed and a downer. Listen, I understand why he is. I get why he is. I get why he feels that way. I really, really do. I've been there. Just got a vibe out. Next caller on the show is going to be Cameron, all the way from sunny Canada. It's probably not sunny in Canada right now, to be fair. It's probably snowy, to be fair. But here he is. How you doing, bro?
What's up, bro? It looks like the UK here right now. It's just raining. It's not nice. So I'm gonna say that.
I hear you, bro. Give me your thoughts on the win today and what that means for Oli.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna talk about that. I want to talk about Bruno because I hate talking about Oli right now. But the win's a win. I'm always happy with a win, especially a 3-0 win. It was a fun game to watch in that sense. Oh yeah, people asking where I've been. I got weddings and stuff. I'm going to a wedding later tonight. Last week I had to pretend and be happy at a wedding when we lost, and I hated it. This week I'm gonna have so much fun. Check me on Instagram. You're gonna love it. Anyway. The formation change was great. I think with what we did, the two up top, it worked. I love that Ronaldo's taking this on. You could tell he still cares. He's not down in tools. He's playing as hard as he can. As far as Oli goes, okay, listen. We know he's gonna go at some point. I don't know when. At this point, I'm just like, cool. We just gotta wait, right? We just gotta wait and see. Unless he goes on a 20-game win streak, like it's like we don't know when he's gonna go. We don't. Here's the thing: I'm seeing people saying they want Ten Hag. I'm seeing people saying they want, I don't know, Potter, Rodgers. That really bothers me. The Rodgers one. What you call Ten Hag up right now and you go, hey, come to United. If I'm that dude, I've said this in our group chat. I'm going. Have you seen my squad in the UCL? I'll see you at the end of the season when you give me the bag. I'm not coming now. So everybody they have their people they want, but like. You don't look at it from the other perspective. People just think, oh, because we want Graham Potter. Graham Potter could be like, yeah, dude, but I kind of like it at Brighton right now. There's no pressure. I might finish ahead of you. Why is he going to come? So, like, we honestly just need to chill, like, and just wait and see what happens with Oli because he's going to go. And yes, it's frustrating for every proper fan out there. We understand why keep him here when we all know he's gone. But what's the alternative? Having Carrick be the caretaker? Come on. Like, it's just not, I'm trying to be realistic and I'm trying to just take
I do hear you. There's always, sometimes you get to this point where you've just got to quote a lyric and a line, I suppose, from one of the most famous films, one of the greatest films and pieces of literature ever made. Sometimes you just got to let it go.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. But like,
Where's that from?
that's where I'm at. And today, my favorite player, like the me was
Let it
Bruno.
go. Yeah, Bruno. I need
Bruno,
to.
let's talk about Bruno. Let's talk about Bruno. So for
Bruno.
me, Bruno did everything today. Everything. There was one play that led to the goal that I absolutely loved. So when Scott McTominay got taken down, he got the ball to Bruno. Bruno went for a run. There was literally nobody else in midfield. So Bruno, everybody says he always forces it, makes the wrong pass. This dude passed all the way back to Harry Maguire, who was coming up, kept the sequence alive, kept the ball in Tottenham's half, and we ended up scoring from that run of play. All because Bruno just kept, and he was the one who assisted the goal, by the way. He did all of it too. He got the ball back, assisted the goal. But I'm saying it started all the way back with Bruno having the wherewithal to look around, be like, I got nobody here, but we can't give the ball away in this position. Found Harry Maguire. It was beautiful. And it's one of those things that people say he doesn't do. It was a very simple pass. It was the right play. And then from there on, he balled out. He made that pass, and the finish from Ronaldo was beautiful. But the pass was amazing. It was perfect. It was inch perfect. That's the only way Ronaldo could have gone on it. And I can't understand any United fan who does not want to see Bruno on the team week in, week out if he's fit. Like, he's just that good. He plays so hard. Yes, there's some times where he drives you nuts because he does crazy things, but that's what he does. He tries everything. And at the end of the day, most of those things come off, let's be honest, the numbers say most of what he tries comes off. So I was real elated to watch him play today. And of course,
do you know what was great though? Do you know what was great about Bruno today? Counts as the goal contribution in a big game. That's what I was so happy about. And it was a great goal contribution as well. It was an amazing assist. And, heavily, his press helped get the second goal. I love Bruno Fernandes. 20 goal contributions in 2021. No midfielder in a proper league. I'm not talking about the fifth, sixth, seventh biggest leagues in the world, the best four in the world. Nobody from midfielders created or scored as many goals as him. And the most impressive thing about Bruno Fernandes is how, if you actually look at whether you like XG or not, but his XG per game before Ronaldo arrived and the amount of goals he was scoring before Ronaldo compared to now, it's dropped massively. There's been a huge decrease, but he's more than double the amount of opportunities that he creates in that time. So this is how you know he's a world-class player. When he was put into the also how you know there's a system, not a great system, but a system. When he was in the goal-scoring position to be the goal scorer for Manchester United, he was scoring goals. That then changed when Ronaldo arrived and you needed to be a creator. And he's now created this season more goal scoring opportunities than any other player in the top 5 leagues in Europe. So for 3 years, he's been the highest goal scorer because he's been put into goal scoring positions. He's now being asked to create, and he's creating at a level above and beyond anybody else. He's absolutely phenomenal. And do you know how I know he's phenomenal? Because it triggers his haters and it triggers rivals to a point when he does things. And the pass for Ronaldo's finish today was disgusting. It was just impeccable. But the pass, if KDB, if Lionel Messi are doing that pass, and Bruno's doing these on a regular basis. He's a regular basis. Yeah. He really, really is. Cam, listen, mate, great call, bro. I appreciate you coming on, having your say. Top man. Thank you very much indeed.
Cheers, bro.
Thank you. It was absolute quality. It was really, really quality here. A lot of people here saying he's better. I think he is better than KDB now.
Speak on it.
He is better than KDB now. Bruno Fernandes is better than KDB. KDB looks, I don't know what it is. He looks physically finished to me. He really does. He does.
KDB, I said this against Atalanta, and I saw all the comments. Oh, you're just getting reactive because of one game. Bruno Fernandes is in the form of his life right now. Actually, maybe last season was in the form of his life, but he's putting up incredible performances and numbers. And B, Kevin De Bruyne is not that same guy anymore. I'm not afraid to say it at this point. I honestly believe City are a more balanced, well-functional team without Kevin De Bruyne in that team. Because you can play Bernardo and Gundogan, you can play Foden, a real winger on the right. That doesn't involve Kevin De Bruyne, and it might sound crazy. But let's be honest with ourselves, man. What are we watching at the moment? Bruno, every single game, is putting up record-breaking numbers. No midfielder or number. I don't really like calling him a midfielder like that. He's a number 10. He doesn't play like a midfield position like Gundogan. But no number 10 is putting up numbers like him.
How many assists did he get last season?
A crazy amount. I don't know the exact number.
Did he break the record?
No.
Did he get close to breaking it?
What record?
The assist record.
I don't think so. Why?
I'm just wondering.
For me though, even if he did,
We're talking about crazy numbers. It's just
no crazy. No, it's not crazy goal scoring. The amount of chances he's creating are unparalleled. And at the end of the day, if you're creating the chances, someone putting the ball in the back of the net, that's not up to you. If you put the ball on a plate and he doesn't score,
last season he had 17 assists last year and 28 goals. So far this year, and he's been moved into a different, not deeper role, but a different functionality. So far this season, he's on 7 assists and 4 goals in 14 games. So it's 11 goal contributions in 14, which is, and this is the point I was saying that people have said. So what I've seen a few people do is try to be really clever and creative, and they're saying, I told you when Ronaldo arrived, his goals would dry up. But they're ignoring the fact that his creativity is spiked.
Yeah.
And that's how I know he's a brilliant player. He was, a lot of people just, he's a second striker, tap-in merchants, just scores lots of goals. What else does he do? And even today, he doesn't get an assist for that second goal. But the way he won the ball back on that press, got the ball to Ronaldo, he's just so important to Manchester United. And this notion that if a Conte, that if a Zidane, Luis Enrique, Ten Hag came in, that he wouldn't play for them, it's ridiculous. Like, he is playing. Any club, any manager that comes in is keeping Bruno Fernandes, a player. In the last 3 years, if you look at the last 4 years, there's been no midfielder that I've found, and if someone can find me the stat, I'll remain corrected. I've never seen a midfielder in a 4-year block period score and create as many goals as him ever. I can't find it.
For me,
I can't find it.
For me, since he's come to the Premier League, he's been better than Kevin De Bruyne. I think since he's landed, he's goals and assists, he elevated Man United well above what they were. For me, he's been better than De Bruyne since he's entered the Premier League.
I honestly don't think we should be afraid to say that anymore. If you want to look at a City player, an attacking player to go up against De Bruyne, if you want to throw Foden in that conversation, I think that's a more realistic argument these days than De Bruyne. I genuinely believe that De Bruyne just isn't that player anymore. And for me, you can talk about numbers, which I did for a bit with Bruno. The most impressive thing for me is the responsibility he takes. Everyone likes to say Bruno in these big games tends to disappear a bit, but I think that big games shouldn't just be limited to the top 6 or whatever. A big game is when your team needs a result desperately, like today, like against Everton last season. And Bruno is the guy stepping in and saving Ollie's job consistently. For me, Ollie he should sacrifice 50% of his salary and give it to Bruno Fernandes. I genuinely believe that he has saved his job that much.
Mate, I hear you, and it's like people are saying, but he only has 3 assists. Well, assists are a hard stat.
Yeah.
I get that some assists don't count. Like, some assists are mad. Like, you can do a 2-yard pass, someone scores a screamer. But at the same time, I look more at the level of chances he's creating. Since Ronaldo's arrived, he's gone from creating around 2.3 chances per game, 2 years running, to over 4.7 chances per game. God. That's what he's done. And what really irks his detractors is that he's improved in a different area now. He's been asked to do something else. And that's another thing that makes him world class for me. When you can have two, this is why Thierry Henry will always probably be looked at as a better player than Aguero. Aguero was the goal scorer. Was he really the creator? No, Henry was doing both actually at the same time. And that's what we have from a midfield point of view with Bruno Fernandes. We're going to take some more calls in a few moments. I do want to speak about the formation change as well, but I want to get some calls from some people backstage. Pav is with us now. Pav is a Manchester United fan. What do you want to say, mate?
I can't believe these Tottenham players were down tools just to get their manager sacked. Bunch of disgraceful players, man. Like, Jesus. Listen, the guy, I don't know what his name is, the one who wanted us to lose. You're not alone, mate. I said it as well last week. I just said it because it come to a point that watching this team play, I wasn't happy, wasn't fun to watch. And I've seen it for almost 2 seasons. But it is what it is. We won. It wasn't pretty to watch, but we got a clean sheet. And how long's it been since we got a clean sheet? I think he changed formation just to protect Fred Flintstone at the back and Barney at left back. But I'm happy to see Varane come back, played well. Yep. Ronaldo played well, and Cavani was excellent as well. He was literally pressing from the front line, gave it his all. And I don't know if the formation's dead now because some people are saying he's done his hamstring. So I like to see what Ollie's going to turn to.
Sorry, say it again. Who that is? Who?
Cavani. They're saying some people saying he's done his hamstring at the end.
Oh, well, when he sprinted back, yeah, we'll see what.
So
happens.
I don't know if that formation's dead now because that formation worked well with Cavani and Ronaldo up top.
It did. I mean, I think you're going to have to, because of their age, it's not going to work every week anyway. You're going to have to integrate the likes of Rashford into it. And, Rashford, I mean, his goal scoring form since he's returned is just being great. Was that 3 and 4 now? Man like Rashi. Dr. Rashford, in terms of that. Pav, I hear you. I get the concerns you've got. In terms of playing with 3 at the back this way, do you want to see it continue?
Look, he changed the formation and we get the clean sheet. Why would I not want it to continue? If it means we don't concede goals, what's the point in changing it? If it comes to, like, say, we got City next and we concede goals, then he'll have to change again. But if it's kept us a clean sheet this week, then you might as well play the same against our next opponent. There's no point in changing it. I just want to see other players get a chance. Like, I would like to have seen Donny come on, but I said to KJ on Twitter, you've probably got a better chance seeing Tupac knocking on your front door than seeing him come off the pitch. So I would have liked to see Telles play left wing back, considering that's like his position that he's played for the last few years at Porto as well. But yeah, I'd like to see what he's going to do with Greenwood and Sancho, because we've got so many wingers at this club, and if you're going to play this formation, then you're going to have to maybe look in the next window to maybe get rid of 1 or 2 and bring in another forward who's going to press and he's going to do that. But I think, do you know what? I think he's going to be here till at least like the end of the season. I reckon this club would just like go buy him a defensive midfielder in January and just hope that he can get us top 4. I don't believe we're going to win a trophy, but I still want him gone. I don't know when it's going to be, but it is what it is, man.
I hear you, Pav.
Quick question.
Go on.
So people are saying that changed the formation to 3-5-2 to protect obviously your weak links. Is no one going to give him a bit of credit and think that he might have changed the 3-5-2 to expose Tottenham's weak links, especially at the back, or is it just it was Man United? It was just
mate. Your team's been awful all season. I thought we were bad, but you lot are even worse. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
what formation plays against you, you're just crap as it is.
If you give Ollie credit,
I'm sorry.
To expose Spurs.
I don't think it's coming, bro. I don't think he's going to give him.
You're not going to give Ollie any credit.
No, I don't think he's going to. Pav, top man, Pav. Thanks for coming on, bro. Appreciate it, mate.
Man.
Thank you.
Interesting question.
Do you know what? Do you know what I think it's going to happen though? Do you know what's going to happen with this? It's just hit me, and it's making me feel depressed.
Go ahead.
LVG did this thing once where he started using Fellaini kind of off to the left of like, so where a 10 would be, he played like slightly off to the left, and he was doing this like kind of diagonal ball thing where he was getting all these knockdowns, and we used it in those games where we beat Tottenham. Yeah, we had this run of 3 games that everyone thought we were going to get panned. Tottenham, Liverpool, Tottenham. I think it was Tottenham, City, Liverpool, or Liverpool, City. In that, I can't remember.
You had it right. Tottenham, Liverpool, City.
Yeah, like that. And he used it in those 3 games, and it worked. We actually battered both, all three teams in terms of perform. And we even went 1-0 down against City, and then come back and beat them 4-2. But we slapped him in that game, and a lot of us were like, "Yeah, it was like it's clicked at last. He's got it." And then I think we played Chelsea a few games later. We deployed it again. They stuck Zuma on Fellaini. Fellaini didn't do anything, and we got battered by Chelsea. And then he never used it again because I think he realized this was never a long-term plan. That's my fear for this form. This is why I get KJ being dejected, because we'll do it for a few weeks. Someone will work out the chinks in Ollie's 3-4-3 formation. It will fall apart and it'll just be fantastic. And he won't know what to do. It will then just be, let's go back to what we did before. And it'll be rinse, repeat. You know that film with Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt, where he dies all the time and come back alive?
You're feeling mad poetic.
Yeah.
You
see the references. That's what it's going to be like. Do you know what I mean? It's just, Groundhog Day.
I said it before the game. And again, people are probably going to think I'm mad negative, but I actually said before the game, win, lose, or draw, this formation, this team that he put out, for me was comical. And people are talking about he did this to protect Fred or he did this to protect Maguire. He did this to protect his job. That's absolutely why he deployed 3-5-2, to protect himself. Yeah. And but here's the problem. The club and the team is bigger than the manager. And the fact is that him like he correctly pointed out, Fellaini long-term was never going to be an option. And if we were doing this, playing 3-5-2 in his first season, I understand. If we were doing it in his second season, I understand. He spent 72 million on Sancho. Yeah. He has Greenwood, who's improving, or who needs to be given game time. Rashford, I'll see what happens to Cavani. He cannot now prioritize this formula, even if it does go long term, over the development and getting the best players on the pitch. Because because we're not going to win trophies playing this way. There is
How do you know?
Because I've watched this for 3 years, bro. I've watched them consistently put out like a formation, like you're saying. It works for a few games, and it's not going to
I agree, though, but this is the thing. Say it does work. I'm playing devil's advocate. Say it works, and it's like we go 2, 4, 5. Say we go 10 games, and we win 9, draw 1, barely concede, and it just works for us.
Okay.
And then we look at it and go, well, actually, we're getting results. Would you be happy to not see Sancho and Greenwood play if it meant we were winning?
It's the same thing as last season. We went on a huge winning run, a huge unbeaten run, and it was a McFred, and people were still complaining because they know long term you can't win with those.
No, but that is. I'm playing devil's advocate. So let's just say we keep winning all our games now, and we come second in the league, we win Champions League playing this formation. I'm going out there with this, right? Out there. I'm giving an example, but it meant just like at Chelsea, when everybody's fit at Chelsea, Callum Hudson-Odoi isn't getting a game time, but Chelsea fans don't seem. They'd love him to play. It'd be like a bonus, but because they're winning. So my point is, so let me ask you this question. We're going to win let me change the question then. We're going to win the Champions League playing this way, but it means that we barely see Sancho, Donny, or Greenwood for the rest of the season. Do you want to win the Champions League playing like this or not?
Listen,
I want to know.
I may be a happy guy at the end of the season, come the end of the year, but here's the big but. At the end of the day, that's not Ollie's job for being here. Okay, obviously it is to win trophies, but he was hired, and the reason we didn't hire Conte this season, and the reason we're not going to go in that Mourinho mold, is because they want to reshape the team and make it a young, dynamic, united team where the youngsters are playing, and it's not just prioritize short-term success.
But that's not to say that can't happen, though. First of all, you could play Sancho a wing back. I'm not gonna. I've seen honestly, I swear to you, I've seen so many people say it that it's actually become a thing. But beyond that, like even if it's a 1 term or 1 season solution, he can go and do whatever he needs to do the next couple of seasons, bro.
But oh my god, why are we talking about the next couple of seasons?
Because you can't come out and say it's not gonna work.
No, I hear it.
Has just won 3-0.
No, I like the conversation because for me it's like this. I care about Greenwood. I want all my favorite players and talented players to win and be playing and to develop. But honestly, if let's just take it away from this formation and these players, if Zidane comes in and my favorite player, Rashford, barely kicks a ball, but we win the league, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, this is what I think football fans have got to learn to do is, to a degree, forget about individuals when it's like, everyone knows I love Bruno. I'm a biggest Bruno fan. But if Bruno gets dropped and we win more and we win trophies, I don't care.
For me, I'm kind of, listen, like, if you have to ask me this question, the same question at the end of the season, if we win the Champions League, I'll probably give you a complete, maybe I'll give you probably a completely different answer. But right now, I find that such an obscure impossibility that I'm really struggling to
look, in reality, I'm just playing like silly buggers here. No, I do hear where you're coming from with that. We're going to take some more calls from some people. We're going to get Leaf on. Leaf is a Tottenham fan. Not going to be happy today. Man like Leaf, a.k.a. Bruno Mars lookalike. What you saying, bro?
Hi, how are you?
I'm very well, mate. I'm very, very well. What do you want to say? Nuno stinking the house out today. Harry Kane doesn't want to play for you. You've lost another football match. Give me your thoughts.
I mean, where to start? I've just recently, right now, looked at the stats. We are almost bottom at every stat ever created in football. It's unbelievable how bad we are. Like we're so easy to banter because right now we're so bad, and we still, of course, have no trophies. In 3 days, it's going to be 5,000 days with no trophies in 3 days.
5,000 days. Oh my God. 5,000. Go to Alan, please. Go to Alan. I want Alan's face on this. 5,000 days. 5,000 days. That's a long time, mate.
Yeah.
What can you do in 5,000 days?
You could do a lot. Yeah.
You could do bears in 5,000 days.
We're aware of this.
I think the most important thing is all the players that have left them in those 5,000 days and gone on to win trophies.
Loads
I think that's
of them.
probably worse.
Yeah, that is crazy.
The last one number is about 70 odd. It's ridiculous.
5,000 days.
70 players have left
70 odd and gone on
one
to win trophies.
Oh,
about 70. Yes, it's
are you being serious?
Yeah, I think that's what it was last time I saw it.
All I've got to say on this is hotspur. What is that? That's what I've got to say. Hotspur. What is that? Leaf, how soon do you want Nuno gone?
Tonight.
Right now, this second, he should have left 3 weeks ago. He should have left. We lost in the Conference League. We're third in our group in the Conference League. We lost to Vitesse. How? We rested our entire 11 against Vitesse. We lost to them. We lost to West Ham. We lost to Man United. It's unbelievable.
You know how bad this is? You know how bad this is, right? Like, I didn't even deep this until now, right? Because Man United, right, have been beat by outplayed by nearly every team we've played this season, the vast majority. We got outplayed and beat by young boys. Liverpool, I know Liverpool are a brilliant team. They beat us. They scored 4 goals by half time, which is pretty much a record at Manchester United. Mo Salah was one of the first players in Premier League history to score a hat-trick at Old Trafford. We are absolutely a mess. We are a disgrace as a football club right now. We just battered Tottenham 3-0.
Battered.
Battered you.
That's why we're nicknamed Dr. Tottenham, because we prescribe 3 points for everything.
Honest to God, we battered you like an Ian Bill codfish, mate. Like an absolute madness there. CFC Florida here says the Chelsea way, club over individual players. Also, why would Spurs fans have expectations of trophies? This is true, though. Like what we were talking about earlier, Javerne was talking about it earlier on as well. Like, as Tottenham fans, is it not stupid to want, to think you're going to win trophies, to think you're a big player? Because you're not, you're not a big club.
I can answer that.
In what way are we not a big club?
You're not a big club in terms of winning trophies.
Well, yeah, I'll give you that, but in everything else,
no, but that's it, though. That's what it comes down to. Like when the big, I don't mean it rudely about Tottenham, but when you're like one of the big, we're all going who the biggest club in England is. It's Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues, and everyone gets their medals out and puts them on the table. What does Spurs bring?
Cobwebs.
It's like, what do you put on the table?
Yeah, that's why
Yeah, what you saying,
we should be a big club because the fans, the money that the fans have put in, the project that Levy sold us. And look at our stadium. Look at the training facilities. For the past 20 years, the fans have been supporting the team so much, and the money that we have been giving, we should be winning trophies.
Have a day off, leave.
Liverpool bringing out their 6 Champions Leagues. Man United bringing
training facilities.
By the way, now your stadium is better than everybody else's stadium right now in terms of how it looks, because it's brand new. You do realize in 10 years' time, it will look old compared to the new ones.
It's not a football stadium. It's not a football stadium. That stadium was not built for football.
No, I know.
It's not going to give you special powers when you play in the
No, exactly. In fact, I think it's a motivator. I think it motivates people to, like, when you have something like, it's like a laughter to beat you in your new shiny toy, mate. Do you know what I mean? Listen, Leaf, top man for coming on, having your say. Appreciate it, bro. Yeah. I don't even mean it rudely towards Tottenham. I just mean it like, I remember we used to play Sunday League football, and the guy that, like, the manager of the team and his dad, they kind of owned it and managed it. Yeah. His dad sponsored Thurrock FC. He played at like Conference South. They did a deal where we were able to use that as our home ground on Sundays, because they never played Sundays, which was great, right? Stadium add up to like 1,000 people. No one, like literally, we had like 5 people watching us. Do you know what I mean? No one watched us. It was a stadium. But we stopped playing there after 3 months, because everyone who, like, it upped everybody else's game, because they were like, whoa, who could be here? Who might see me? Whatever. It like kind of motivated everybody to like play harder. Like, so we were like, nah, let's just go back to the school play, like where there weren't even changing rooms. You know what I mean? And we started winning again. Like, it really was a bad mistake to go there. It really was. CFC Florida here says, I wasn't throwing shade at Spurs fans, but they're not going anywhere with Levy at the top. Sure. I do hear you. Yeah, I don't think Spurs fans know what they are.
Yeah, this isn't news though. Like I'm sure most of you guys are gonna say, like, we watched them go to a champion. No, we watched them not spend a dime, go to a Champions League final, and then the next season, basically fire Pochettino at the minute they kind of faltered a bit. They clearly are not a team to be trusted.
It's the owners that own us. I mean, at the height of our power, where we could have won something, and they pulled the plug on Poch, and they didn't back him.
It's the biggest mistake Daniel Levy will ever make.
He's made many. He's awful.
Yeah. I would just like to know from the fans in the comments, please, who do Tottenham fans think that they can get as their next manager? That's what I would.
Here's the thing, though. This is why they needed to get it right the minute they fired. Oh, they needed to get it right when the minute they fired Pochettino. This is a poison chalice of a job because I know you may disagree here, but there's not that much talent in this team, man. I think Ndombele, I think you look at Romero, Son, but you look at Emerson Royale, you look at Eric Dyer,
Ben Davies.
Like this is not and especially when you know that the managers the owners are not going to back you. You know that if things go wrong, you're going to get fired. And you know your best player wants to leave the club. Who's going to take this job?
So we are starting a rebuild. There are a lot of dead players, like you said. I completely agree with that. But there's enough in there to actually sustain like a top 6 push.
Yeah.
There is enough in there. So we just need to match up. I would get rid of Nuno all day long. And it's that bad at the moment. I'll take Ryan Mason back just for the rest of the
wouldn't,
season.
bro.
I
You
would. That, what we're seeing under Nuno.
What does Ryan Mason have for you?
I'll tell you who I think we should hire.
Just at the moment, because I don't know if we can get anyone to come in at this stage. I don't know if there's anyone about. Ryan Mason can do a job. I don't think he's a great manager. Don't get me wrong, but he could do a better job than what Nuno is doing.
I think you guys missed the trick, and I know maybe it sounds a little better now because of how he's doing the championship. I think Scott Parker would have been a decent proposition. For Spurs. Bro, there's no way he does worse than him. And at least he plays attacking football. At least he wants to entertain the fans. Nuno, for me, is just a corpse on the sideline, man. They don't play attractive football. They can't defend. Like at least Spurs, the mantra is always entertain the fans. Scott Parker, at the very minimum, would have
just because of the poor way of handling it. Look who's rejected us in the last thing. Like, there's nobody out there. I would want a Ten Hag, a Potter, or something like that. They're not going to come to us. They've already stated they're not going to come to us. There's been problems in regards to the Fonseca thing or even Conte because we wouldn't give him what he wanted. It shows our lack of ambition, which is why Conte won't come to us.
Right.
So who are we going to get legitimately at this moment in time?
That's what I'm saying.
But I'd rather, we are in massive trouble. I'd rather somebody just somebody better than Nuno because he's awful.
And Graham Potter actually said no. Like he doesn't want to.
From what we've said, what we've heard, he said no, he'd stick with Brighton because he's building something there, which he is.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, do you know what it comes down to? Obviously, Dean Jones will be back on the Football Terrace on Wednesday. The Done Deal show is returning. We spoke about it a lot. Like Spurs didn't know what they were doing in the summer. They had no plan, which was crazy. And again, that's always the telltale sign of a poorly run football club. You don't know what you're doing. And you got rejected by so many people, just outright no. And managers are being sensible. Like, you know, if there's a chance of winning something, like when I was a bit younger, I used to think, why do managers take the Chelsea job? Because they just all end up getting sacked. But that's because they get paid well and they've always got a good enough squad to be able to win trophies. With Spurs, it's like, why would I risk damaging myself? Why would I risk wasting 3 or 4 years? Man United, I think, again, is different. I think we could go out now and get any manager we wanted within reason of a handful, because we've got it's the allure of I could be the manager to bring Man United back. When you go to Tottenham had their best manager in the Premier League in Poch, and he still didn't win a trophy. When you guys should have gone, instead of building a new damn stadium and instead of improving the squad to make it even better, when the Sons and the Kanes and even the Allies were in their pomp at their best, instead of adding to that squad and making it better, you didn't do it. Why would a manager at a club hasn't won a trophy in 5,000 days? Why would they take the risk of damaging their career going to Tottenham? It doesn't make any sense. And when you're getting rejected by people that are managing, this is the point about the are you a big, when I say okay, do you sit on the tables with the Arsenals, the Chelseas, the Man Uniteds, the Cities, the Liverpools? If managers at Leicester and Brighton are saying no, you're not a big club. You're not.
There's people are saying that it's because of the thing of working with Daniel Levy. That's the reason why some of them are saying which is another point. But what I don't understand is whoever behind the scenes done this to employ Nuno, you saw that the team we had for the tactics under Mourinho was no good. It weren't working. You needed to do different. And their solution was to get Nuno in, who plays even worse tactics. That's what I don't understand what's going on with this club.
What were they thinking?
Exactly. I don't understand.
Well, they're not thinking. Viewers, make sure you smash that like button for us. We're going to do some more calls in a moment. I've got sent a stat through here. Look at this here. Bruno Fernandes has created 30. When I said 37 chances, it's league chances, more than any other player in any of the big 5 leagues. They've even included League 1 in that. Don't really count that. I'm not going to say what I said earlier because that was an off-camera conversation. That's an off-camera conversation. The next 2 creators close to him are on 26 chances created each, and that is Trent Alexander-Arnold and £100 million Jackie Grealish. Bruno Fernandes, 11 more chances created. And just deep this for a second again. In the non-system of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer,
Yeah.
you put Bruno Fernandes in with a Tuchel, Klopp, Pep, Zidane, Enrique, Conte level manager.
No guarantee.
I don't need to say anything. It's just he is the best creative and attacking midfield player in the world. Point blank.
Bars.
Period. No cap.
Yeah.
Done. We had a super chat here. Do you remember, actually, before we go to that super chat, do you remember back when we were doing this in my house?
Yeah.
And Bruno had been at United a few weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was talking about how many goals and assists and how he'd do. What was everyone calling me at the time?
What? I don't know. What were they calling you?
You were there.
Crazy?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy man.
Yeah.
Crazy. He's never going to keep scoring like this. It's crazy. He's going to flop. He's going to fade away. Listen. How'd you like them fucking apples? Do you know what I mean? How'd you like them apples? Like he's just, I could see it. I knew what he was going to do.
I do think that if he gets a manager with a more rigid or let's say balanced attacking system, I don't think he's going to have the freedom and create as many
I
chances
agree
as he is
completely,
right now.
to be honest. I know it's
So
a
the numbers
hypothetical.
might
It's a
dip.
hypothetical, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it really isn't, because I think you see it with Portugal, and I get it's international football. I hope I'm wrong here, because again, I'm a United fan. Contrary to what a lot of you guys believe, I am a United fan, and I want Bruno to succeed, of course.
Agent Leas.
But I do think that in a team, if Zidane came in, Zidane prioritizes the system over the individuals.
Fair.
Same with Conte. Of course, you want to get the best out of your players, and Bruno is one of their best players. You want to make sure his output stays the same. But I think just normally, it'll happen. I think his influence, his impact will start.
Yeah, therefore, because Pogba will be. If Zidane especially comes in, Pogba will be his main guy.
The only time it will happen is if Pogba isn't the person they use in the goal scoring or the creative role. So, interestingly, with Portugal, like they don't use him right. I think there'd be a better team if they used him as one of their main creators, as an example, but they use him elsewhere. It depends on if he gets used that way, because every system.
Is that because there are better players to do it?
Maybe their manager sees that they are, but how they performed at the last couple of international tournaments, they're wrong. Bruno wasn't at the one two tournaments ago. I don't think he was at the World Cup in 2018.
He was.
2018?
Yeah, he was just kind of like an unknown guy.
Yeah, like he hadn't really got to those levels at that point. Yeah, but I look at it this way. Every team, though, in any structure you have, there's roles. They used to be numbered roles. You've got a 6, you've got an 8, you've got a 10. There's a person that's going to be the predominant creator. There's a person that's going to be the 1 or 2 that are the predominant goal scorers. And if Bruno, for me, in a Zidane system or whoever system, is the chief creator, he'll keep assisting like he is, but I think more. If he's put into a role where it's okay, like you're creating secondary, but we want you to be running for almost doing what Dele Alli did in that great goal scoring season where he was always running from deep. Bruno's got the ability to do it. And I think any manager is going to see him as a huge asset and use that side of him. And I just think with an even better system that creates more opportunities, that's only going to yield more for me. But like, he killed it really. Marble Halls here says, serious question with no salt. Spurs finished above us since 2017. We won 2 trophies since then. Would Spurs fans swap fortunes?
Are they talking United and Spurs?
No, they're talking Arsenal and Spurs.
Position. For me, it's all about trophies. I'll take trophies over finishing, because we only finished, I think, 7th and 6th or 7th and 5th. So I'll take the trophies over 7th and 5th every day.
Someone here says, Terry, that's because Bruno is the only creator at United. At Liverpool, they share stats.
I'm so glad.
But hold on, that works in his favor as well, because at Liverpool it's a system.
Yeah, but that's also
coming from all.
But that's also bullshit. And I know it's bullshit because of what you called out earlier on today.
What did I say?
Because how many times does the ball go to AWB and his cross don't meet the man? That isn't Bruno's fault that people don't like. The point is, if I've got the ball and I can cross it or make a through ball that creates a chance, but I overhit the pass or I undercook it, that isn't everybody. The only reason Liverpool players share stats like that is because you've got quality in all those areas. If AWB was as good as crossing the ball as Trent, he'd have more assists, but that wouldn't stop Bruno's assists because AWB has them opportunities as well. They're all happening at the same time. It's not being delivered. It's a weird concept, but people all said about when Bruno came in, he just took goals off other people. Since Bruno's arrived at Man United, if you work back 2 years and do the math, we've scored 30% more goals. And Lingard and Pereira He didn't take the goals off. And what were they scoring and creating? They weren't.
Yeah.
He's just better at doing.
You
Like,
lot were playing Pereira
people
number
call
10,
Ronaldo. People call Cristiano Ronaldo a tapping merchant. If he's a tapping merchant, why is not everybody not scoring that many goals a season then?
Yeah.
By the way, that offside goal, that offside goal that got disallowed from him today. That strike was a madness. That was a madness. Next on the show, Arsenal fan Curran is here with us to have his say.
Brother, he's so gassed right now.
He is. Honestly, this man is so high. Honestly, he could put Red Bull out of business. What you saying, mate?
Hey guys, what's up, guys? Yeah, very good performance. Very good performance. I'm very happy right now. Happy with United getting 3 points. But let's be real. That first half, come on, lads. Let's be real. It looked kind of reminded me of Burnley versus Newcastle or something like that. It wasn't all that, was it? It was a bit of a. There was a lot of like poor possession, very lacking in technical security from both teams. Ronaldo, obviously, world-class goal. He's Cristiano Ronaldo. You expect that from him, but a lot of that game was just poor. Like I think Cavani obviously made a massive difference to that side. I think he's someone that they need to keep playing. And two strikers gets the what's up.
Let me ask you a question, Curran. We know your thoughts are. And again, I'm going to paraphrase, but you've got a better squad than Man United and a better manager than Man United. You're going to finish above Man United. You've said this is what Curran has said.
And he's an Arsenal fan.
Yes, Curran's an Arsenal fan. He said that.
We've gone over this.
Are you sick?
That's what Curran believes. How? I need to ask you this question directly, Curran. Here, and I'm going to put myself in big on the screen when J-Ron goes back to me. If a team with a worse squad and a worse manager who play worse football than you finish above you, surely you'd have to call for Arteta to be sacked. That must be the most. Yes. That would be embarrassing, right?
Obviously, what have I said to you, Terry? I think that it would depend on how we have the end of the season. I don't think that.
No.
I've said that to you multiple times.
Forget. I've never asked you this question before. Better manager, better squad, play better football. If we finish above you, how embarrassed are you going to feel?
I'll be embarrassed. Yeah, I don't think you would sack him, but I do think it would be poor if we finish below you at this point. Yes, I do think that.
I can't even give that airtime. You actually believe that Arsenal have a better squad than Manchester United?
In terms of balance, we have a better midfield balance than they do. We have a better defensive line than they do, and they have the better attack than we do. It's always that's always been my stance. We'll see at the end of the season. Because the thing is.
By the way, Curran, just in case you don't know, Adam is an Arsenal fan, so it's no soul. It's
no, there's no soul. But I will tell you right now, Terry. Look, I've said this before in August as well. I've always said this. We should be at least at the very minimum challenging for top 4. I think we have a better defense than Man United. I will say that multiple times. I think we have better midfield depth than Man United, and they have better attack than us. The reason why I say we have a better squad is because we have more depth throughout our squad. The Man United has better individual qualities. We have a better depth in our squad right now, and I think you can see that right now. One of our best players in Granit Xhaka is out, and our midfield is ticking. Like we are looking like a team that is on the up, and I'm not going to shirk from that. I've always said that, and I'm still going to repeat that. But in terms of individual players, of course you have better individual players than us. You have Cristiano Ronaldo, for God's sake. He's one of the top 5 players of all time. But in terms of midfield balance, in terms of defensive balance,
and I hear you, and like I say, like I'm just having a bit of fun in the sense of my view is this: if I think I'm that like superior to somebody in 3 different ways, and then they're outperforming me. That's like, which rapper was it that says, "If so and so's album outsells me, I'm going to retire"? I swear it was like a 50 Cent and Kanye like a big beef. Yeah, it's one of them ones. Like, I think you've got to do a forfeit. You're so confident. I think you've got to do a stream in your pants.
Sure. I'm not doing a stream in my pants. I mean, put it on my Twitter. Message me some stuff. I'll go through it. But the thing is, I've said this from the beginning. I've always said that Man United have a poor squad balance. That's been my thing.
You know how funny it is that the United fan isn't debating it's the Arsenal fan.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Look, people. Terry. Let me just tell you one thing.
Bro, we're not back. Let's just do what we do.
Let me tell you right now. Do you know how many? I will say this, Terry. I'll tell you right. I'll tell you right now. I have more Arsenal fans give me shit than United fans.
Because it's nonsense.
It's not nonsense. You can call it nonsense. You can call it nonsense. But the fact of the matter is, if you put our double pivot in this United team, are they not better right now? Are they not better right now? You put.
So hang on a minute. So what you're so again, I don't overtly disagree, but just because your pivot's better than us doesn't mean you're a better squad.
Conga in this.
Bruv, the internet. Listen, Curran, my guy. I just want to ask you quickly. In terms of Man United, like in terms of keeping with this formation with Ollie, do you think they should stay playing like this, or should they change it, or revert back, or what's your take?
I've said that you should be going 3-5-2 from August, so I think this is a good move for you because it helps with your lack of midfield strength. I think it's a good move for you guys. So keep doing it, and we'll see where we come at the end. See you guys.
Curran,
Have a good nice day.
Gentlemen, top man. Thank you. Do you know what? I like the way he says things. CFC here says Bruno Fernandes to Chelsea in January. Holly delusions, Arsenal fans. Holly delusions. Cool. I never heard that expression before. Give Arsenal losers another 2 weeks. They'll be back down to earth. All the fake fans everywhere. Everywhere I go, what a joke is what Love Liverpool's got to say. Only reason he thinks Arsenal has better depth is because Ollie doesn't know how to use it. But that's the thing for me. That's why I quite like the chat, because for me it's like, I don't think Arsenal, like, we got Donny and Pogba and Bruno in our midfield. Bro, like, it's amazing.
You didn't play Pogba today. You won 3-0.
Like the thing I would say is this, though. The thing I would say is this, though. If you throw in a Ruben Neves or a Declan Rice into our midfield, the balance is there. Ollie is still going to break it. Ollie is still going to get the best car ever and put diesel in a petrol car. Like Ollie's going to do that. But in terms of that's why when people like laugh at Man United, I'm only half bothered, because I'm like, if we do get the right manager in next.
You're all terrified. You're all terrified if you get the right manager. That's why everyone wants us to win.
So with the majority of Arsenal fans, I tune them out sometimes when they talk, because there are some legitimate Arsenal fans who see it how it is. But as soon as you have an uptake in full, you've got the best team, the best youngsters, everything like that. As soon as it goes wrong, you're bald, the cronkies and all that. It's not nothing to do with it.
I've had the weirdest comment I've ever had on the terrace here. Terry, just because your face turns pink, it does when I get angry. And when you shout above the mic, I have to shout into the mic if you don't hear it, does not mean they are scared of you. You need to refine your outbursts.
But someone paid that.
No, they didn't pay. Have I what? I mean, Adam, you've been doing these shows with me for 4 years. Have I ever once said that audience members are scared of me?
I don't think you have.
Nah. Like,
and if you have, I wasn't on that show.
Yeah, I don't think I have. James Dean, my bro, James Dean at the music. I don't know. That's one of the. I love comments like that sometimes. It's almost like
screenshot it, man.
Yeah, like, bro, thank you for watching. You scared? You bet you scared of me. You want some? Do you want some? Do you know what I mean?
Go pink.
Go. I do want to shout. Man like Thiago's father's here with us now. Liverpool fan. What you saying, bro?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, mate. I'm all good. How are you feeling today after another defensive collapse at Liverpool?
I don't want to talk about it. I didn't come in for that this evening.
Okay, sorry, bro. Sorry. Let's talk United Tottenham. What are you here to say, bro?
Yeah, good performance from United. You boys needed that. You really, really needed it. And you can see what it meant to the players. You can see what it meant to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as well. But my feeling is it's just papering over the cracks. Ultimately, it's a matter of time before he gets the bullet. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. He's just a puppy waiting to get put out of his misery, to be fair. And ultimately, the reason why United haven't pulled the trigger is because they just don't have the available person that they want. They would rather let him sink in the position that he's in than potentially damage the season even further. The right manager just isn't there. He's either not available, or the candidates that they're looking at, they don't want, or there's something amiss. Otherwise, you would have replaced him long ago, to be fair. And this whole Arsenal has a better squad than Manchester United is cap. It is cap. Like that to me, that's got to be hotter than the Sonny take on the Klopp thing, to be fair. That's the wildest thing I've heard on Terrace so far.
Yeah. Sonny said that he's basically Klopp damaged his legacy through playing Origi. Yeah. I mean, it's
What?
Yeah.
Why do we give stuff like that? airtime?
wait,
Why,
bro.
why do we do that?
No echo chambers. I can't.
No, you have become one. Become one. Bro, we can't have
No,
stuff
look,
like
I look at it this way: the Arsenal thing. Like, this is, I think, like, I like Curran's entitled his opinion. I've had a lot of people say our squad and our players. Like, if our squad and our players are as bad as people say, then why is Ollie getting so much heat? Like, if our squad's at the same level as an 8th place team, then we shouldn't be giving Ollie too much shit for not winning league titles. You either believe our squad's good enough to win, therefore Ollie right now is failing, or if we've got a mid-table level squad, then Ollie's actually punching. Like, what those two things, and this is what happens when banter overtakes analysis and everything. It's those two things in reality can't exist at the same time. You can't have a mid-table squad and an underachieving manager who's finishing second in the fucking league. It is stupid. It's stupid.
I agree with you.
There's strength in, like, you've got a better team. You've got Kolasinac. He's not that good. You've got, who else is it? Chambers, not that good. Is El Neni still there?
El Neni is still there.
But the thing is, Doobs here says, and it's just fair, he says, Curran said balance, not individuals. I get he says that. And what I love about Curran, he is very clever with words. But I asked him in the last stream to boil it down. So you're saying better balance. I know you're not saying better individuals, but cut to the chase. Is it better than ours? And he's like, yes. So like, you can use a word and be like,
that's it and that's it, however you want. The guy said Arsenal have a better squad than United.
Yeah.
It's not true.
It's not
simple as that.
Yeah. Look, I just think that, like, everybody at the moment, like I've said it on my show, it's hot take season. Yeah, because everybody's out trying to just put these hot takes out there that are catching sound bites and so on and so forth. Let's be very, very clear. Arsenal don't finish above Manchester United this season. Yeah, let's be clear. Yeah, let's be clear. So for me personally, to come out and make these wildish statements that Arsenal's squad is better balanced, whatever way you want to dress it up, all that it boils down to is your league position at the end of the season. And Arsenal do not finish above Manchester United in any guys this season.
You're more confident about that than I am, bro.
But look, you've even got to look at it this way. As bad as we have been, on our 11 on points, we are still where we are, and I can still see Ollie potentially scraping a 4th place. Like, I can, because the one thing we don't know yet, and Arsenal are in a really good run, we don't know how consistent they're going to be for the next 20 odd games. You look at everybody else right now. West Ham, actually, I feel like they're the most consistent one out of everybody else. Brighton will fall away, though, in my opinion. But Tottenham ain't challenging for the top 4. Leicester are 50-50 right now. You've got Arsenal. Like, there aren't too many teams for Man United to have to get past. And what Curran is right about, we do have better individuals. And you give someone like Cristiano, Ronaldo, and Cavani 2 or 3 chances per game, and you can win football matches. We're not beating any of the big boys. We're not beating the superior team. That isn't going to happen. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one indeed. Listen, Thiago's father, thanks for coming on, mate, and having your say. Really appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Everybody that's tuned in, a massive thank you to each and every single one of you. Make sure you smash the like button before you leave. Alan, Lies, thank you both very much for coming in today and coming on the show and having your say. Adam Charles, back again. We had a nice bit of Nando's as well today. It was good. But
What are you eating, you, man?
What we eating? Javern, thank you very much as well on the controls, doing the business today very, very well indeed. Everyone who's watched, thank you. We're back tomorrow with more content for you. Take care. Goodbye.